Previously on The Well-Rounded Dude.
Proper techniques on how to use a blow dryer, argan oil. And original by Blue Mind. And what I like to do, we're gonna do the other side. Hey guys, welcome back to The Well-Rounded Dude. My name is Chris. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we cover a whole bunch of topics trying to elevate you to that well-rounded status. Last week, we covered how to use a blow dryer, part 1. This week, we're gonna continue that and finish up how to use a hairdryer properly and to get this style. So without further ado, let's hop back into it. Again, you wanna go slow, but quickly. If that makes any sense, it probably doesn't. Again, you just want to take it, have it a little taut. You want to go steady. You don't want to go too slow. You don't want to go too fast. It's very important that you find that perfect speed. It's probably going to take you a little bit to experiment, to figure out what works for your hair, what speed length, and I know it did for me. It took me a while to figure out how to get my hair the way I wanted it to, especially using a flat iron, let alone just finding a hairstyle I really liked. But again, the rest of the hair, like I said, I go kind of untamed, so I'm not as concerned about the straightness on the rest of it as I am with the front. It's really the front fringe that I really want stock straight. So I'll go like this, and once you get your hair to where you're happy with it being straight, okay, so I am pretty content. Let me give it a quick look over. Yeah, for the most part I'm happy. Okay, so once you get it to where you're very happy with it, with the level of straightness, then what I'm going to do, and I won't need the mirror for this, I can look at you guys again, is just take this and just blend the two together, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but it doesn't look like it's uniform. It looks like exactly how I did it, 2 pieces. So just keep going and blend it together. Just pinch, pull quickly, but fast, and it'll look much like your hair is together. Like it's one head of hair. Okay, and you can also take a look and see at this point if there's any spots that you missed that could be straighter. This is the opportunity to do it. You want to keep going. Okay, and once you got it, you'll know when you got it. I got it. I'm happy. Okay. It's time to go back to our blow dryer. You're gonna switch to a cold setting. Cold as it can go. Now, what I recommend highly is using the cool shot button. Again, not every hair dryer is created the same. Yours may not have a cool shot button, but I recommend you get one with a cool shot button, because this one is still pretty warm from blowing my hair dry, and you're gonna want to use cold air on your hair to get it to stay in place. What's funny about our hair, when we heat it up, it opens up the hair shaft to make it more flexible and bouncy and soft, and cold closes the hair shaft, and that's gonna lock in our style. Instead of wavy hair, now it's gonna be there. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be standing up, strong, representing for us. I don't know where I come up with this stuff, but anyway. So yes, and with cold air too, you can get in as close as you need to. You don't have to worry about standing 6 inches away if you're concerned about hair damage. You can get in right in and do that too. So let's get started. Now, I always like to tilt the hair dryer up like this. So if you guys can see like this, I always tilt it up like this, so it makes my hair stand up instead of blowing it down, because I'm working on volume. I don't want to blow it dry or use the cool setting and blow it and it comes down. I want it up. So that's really the best tip I can give you with your hair dryer is don't do this at any point with your hair dryer. If you're doing this and blowing it dry, you're gonna have wild, crazy Trump hair. If you want it in a certain direction, you have to put it in that direction. So very, very streamlined, very a thought out process. So again, let's get back to this. So now that the hair is dry, it's in place, the next thing I do is I add a little bit more of the Forte Series Argan Oil. I find that using the hair dryer a few times, the flat iron, the heat kind of takes it a little bit out of my hair, and I just want to have it healthy and just give it back some of its nutrients and make it healthy again, you know, not as dry. It feels like my hair was really dried out from all that heat, which it probably was. So again, you don't have to use as much as you did the first time, but just a little bit just to give it some more life again. And you'd be surprised the difference between after blow drying and just adding the oil and seeing it again. And now we can move on to our post styler. We're gonna move on to our post styler. Now, you guys may be wondering, Chris, your hair looks great already. It kind of looks like what you want it to, how it normally looks. Why would you add any more product? Well, I'm gonna do something very silly and I want you to take a look at my hair. I want you to watch this, okay? Watch. You see how my hair is bouncing back and forth? That means it's not gonna hold like this for the rest of the day. That's not a good thing. So yeah, I'll do it one more time so you guys can laugh at me. Yeah. I prefer the Forte Series Texture Clay. That and the Argan Oil are by Alex Costa. I'm sure you guys know him. It really is the best product that I can think of for my hair. I've tried tons of different products and nothing has worked quite as well as the Forte Series Texture Clay. You don't need a lot of it. It works pretty well. I did a review. You can actually see that video here, okay? But I love the stuff. And you don't need a lot, just a little bit. Camera focus. All right. Just a little bit like that is all it takes. Once it's in your hand, emulsify. Guys, I cannot stress the importance enough of emulsification. It's what activates the hair product. I know a lot of guys that just don't know how to use hair product. They think that they, you know, use a shit ton of gel and then they just throw it in their hair, which you shouldn't be using gel. Guys, do not use gel. Please do not use gel. Or some kind of other product, and they don't emulsify it and heat it up. If it's not heated up in your hands, it's not gonna work. And they wind up using like such a ton of it, and they're just like, oh, it doesn't work, it left my hair greasy. And it's like, yeah, because you used like half of the jar. You're not supposed to. I mean, a jar this size, all right, is supposed to last you, well, let's think about this. I've had this jar for over a year and a half, and you know, I still have some in it. I mean, I'm running out, but you know, there's still several months worth of hair product in this jar. So make sure you emulsify really well. And here's the step. Okay, as you can see right here, your hand should look like this. Okay, go to the sides, go to the front, and then just run your hands through your hair, working it down into the root. If it's not in the root, your hairstyle is not gonna hold. Think about it, the root is the base. If you don't have a good base, a good foundation, how is the rest of your hair supposed to stay up, all right? So that's what I recommend you do. You wanna make sure you get it down into the roots, okay? And always start off with a little less than you think you're gonna need. I've been doing this for a while, so I kinda know what's gonna work for my hair. But, you know, always start off with less. You can always add more later. You can't extract hair product from your hair. You'll have to rewash your hair. reapply your argan oil, re-blow dry, re-flat iron, re-blow dry again. All these steps you'll have to do again, and you don't want that. So just start off with a small amount. All right, now, once you get in your hair really well, you'll be able to tell, you'll know, you'll be able to feel it, okay? The next thing you do is just put your hair back into place, okay? And here we are. Hair product is in, hair is in place. Everything is looking good on my end from what I can see. What do you guys think? It's where I want it to be. We've just got one final step, and guess what we're doing? We're using our blow dryer again. That's right. Again, we're gonna use it on cool. What I would do this time is set it to the slowest speed that it'll go. Okay? So, why do we do this? Well, we emulsified the hair product to activate it, right? That's what we just talked about. We rubbed it in our hands, we rubbed it through our hair, and it's in, it's activated. Now we wanna set it again, okay? So we wanna set it with cool air because now it's gonna set it. So just very briefly, very gently, on the lowest setting, on cold, just run a little bit of air through your hair and then you will be golden. So let's do it. And since it's in place, we got it where we want it to. We don't need it to be like, you know, open up the motor on this full bore. We just need it just a little bit of cool air is all we need. All right, and there we are. What do you guys think? I think it looked okay. I gotta use the mirror again just to double check, but I'm extremely happy with how it came out. Now, couple tips. If you gain too much volume from this, because that can happen if your hair is just a little bit longer than it should be or whatever, if your hair is just a little bit too long, what I recommend is once you get to where you want to, just press down. Press your hair down on your head and just give it a minute, take it off, and just kind of poof it. It'll, you know, instead of your hair being up here like Kramer from Seinfeld, it'll be down, it'll come down a little bit. So I recommend that. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. What do you think? Let me know down in the down in the comments. It's been a long day. I'm tired, but I think we're going to put a pin in this. I think this has been a pretty cool video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope I was able to help you guys. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm, ring the bell, and check us out on our podcast, the Well-Rounded Dude Podcast. It's available on most of the major platforms. You can talk to your smart devices. Just say, hey Alexa or hey Google, and I want to listen to the Well-Rounded Dude Podcast, and it should pull it up for you. Check out our website, thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 gets you 15% off your total purchase, and we will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this video again. Take care. Peace.